Remembering Jerry Springer, one of the most influential talk show hosts in TV history, has died. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. Jerry Springer passed away in Chicago at the age of 79. His talk show, The Jerry Springer Show, was known for featuring dysfunctional families. It ran for almost 30 years with 4,000 episodes. Springer called it escapist entertainment, but critics thought the show contributed to a decline in American values. A family spokesperson released a statement saying, in part, he's irreplaceable, but memories of his intellect, heart, and humor will live on. A new COVID variant is spreading in the United States, and doctors say it may be causing unusual symptoms, especially among children. The Omicron subvariant is called XBB.1.16, and it's now being found in 10% of new cases across the country. Doctors say it's more transmissible and highly contagious. In addition to common COVID symptoms, the new strain may be causing pink eye in kids and a stronger fever. Parents are urged to get their children vaccinated, and experts urge everyone to get an updated booster shot. Most of LA's COVID rent protections have ended, which means it's easier for landlords to evict their tenants. And tens of thousands are doing just that. But as the NBC4 iTeen's Carolyn Johnson reports, one attorney is on a mission to help tenants hold on to their homes.
I came home to a 3-day pay or quit notice.
Erica Zerflu's landlord recently tried to evict her. The trouble began last year when she fell behind on rent after her work dried up.
It's my obligation to pay rent every month, and I knew that I would eventually be able to pay it, but it was just a difficult time.
Erica is paying rent again, and according to LA's COVID protection laws, she has until next March to pay any back rent. So to try to evict Erica, she says her landlord used a different tactic. He demanded a new security deposit, $10,000, more than 10 times her current deposit.
It was definitely stressful.
Erica turned to the nonprofit group Eviction Defense Network for help. Attorney Elena Pop says the security deposit that Erica's landlord demanded is illegal. But Pop can't represent every tenant who's facing eviction right now. She says there are too many.
So step 1, go to the website, watch the first 2 videos.
Instead, she hosts free webinars 3 times a week and teaches tenants how to defend themselves in court. She calls it Eviction Defense Boot Camp.
What I say to the students is, this is Navy SEALs training, okay? Don't expect it to be fun, and don't expect me to be nice. So it's very, very tough, tough love kind of training, and I think that's why it's so successful.
Erica attended several of Pop's webinars, and when it was time to go to court, she was ready. Erica selected the jury and conducted opening statements all on her own. At the last minute, Pop stepped in as Erica's lawyer, and the landlord dismissed the case.
I was just like, whoa! I was like, all this hard work paid off. This is incredible.
That was Carolyn Johnson reporting. If you're served an eviction notice, Elena Pop says you should immediately reach out to Stay House LA, and you'll be connected to a legal services program. We'll have links to all of this on our website, NBCLA.com. One man is taking the housing crisis into his own hands. He created what he calls a co-living space in Highland Park. Daniel Kronovic bought this house that was built back in 1905. He renovated it, turning 6 bedrooms into 9. His goal is to offer housing at a lower price.
People talk about how affordable housing is impossible to build, that it costs more to build an affordable unit than a regular unit, that the only thing that makes sense to build now is luxury. Turns out that you can build a co-living house without subsidies for regular people and still have a great time doing it.
We spoke to a tenant who has lived at the house for the past several months. The recent college grad said at first he was concerned about the number of people under one roof, but he adjusted.
It's kind of given me this sense of community that I don't think I would have had anywhere else that wasn't this house. I could have been in a 1-bedroom studio in downtown or in the valley, and I think it'd be a lot harder to have found that community.
The creator of the co-living space said this isn't for those looking for a short-term lease. He hopes tenants will stay for 2 to 3 years. All right, it's time for an update on your forecast. Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon to see how long the warm temperatures will stick around.
Hi everyone. Well, our weather is all over the place and it's dependent also on your location. So here's what you can expect through next week. The weather feels a little more like summer inland, temperatures in the 80s and 90s, and we get to the peak of the heat on Saturday. At the coast, it's colder, and that's also where we have clouds that are lingering in areas of fog. Next week is when we have a big cool down and a slight chance for rain. Look at the trend in West Covina. It is warm straight through the weekend with the hottest day on Saturday, 90 degrees. Then next week, look at that big drop in temperatures. We're going to have 60s starting on Monday. And the reason for that, we were tracking a storm system. Now we're going to finish off the month of April without any rain. But then next week, as we say hello to May, a chance for rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Stay tuned.
Will do. A woman has been found safe and her alleged kidnapper has been taken into custody. The woman, who was walking down the street in a Commerce neighborhood, was pistol whipped and dragged into a car in the middle of the day. The victim and the suspected kidnapper were located just a block away from where the woman was taken. We talked to one woman who watched it happen.
The guy hit her. So I opened up my window and I said, hey, leave her alone. You can't really see it on the video, but he flips me off and and I'm cussing at him as well. But I never seen the gun on him.
We don't know much about the woman or her relationship to the alleged kidnapper. He's been identified as 32-year-old William Garcia. We're learning more about a crash near a Mid-Wilshire elementary school that killed a woman and left her daughter badly injured. Investigators have revealed the driver who hit them was not intoxicated and may have suffered a medical emergency. We now know the victims are from the Middle East and have ties to the Iraq consulate in LA. They were hit while walking to school on Tuesday morning. LA city leaders are now working to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. A city council committee approved a motion to study the possibility of more speed bumps and crossing guards in school zones.
You can minimize the risk, right? And there are things we can do to increase safety around our schools, and we have an obligation to do that work.
The plan now goes to the full city council for approval. The LA Kings are looking into accusations that a fan assaulted a girl at Crypto.com Arena during Game 3 of the playoffs with Edmonton. So Edmonton player Evander Kane says a 10-year-old girl was spit on in a bathroom during the game last week. The little girl is a cancer survivor. She was at the game through a foundation that helps families with children who have cancer. Kane called the behavior gross and completely unacceptable. The fan has not been found, but since then, allegations, went public, and many Kings fans have already been donating to Cecily's foundation. Well, don't toss out those Bed Bath & Beyond 20% off coupons just yet. No, you can still use them. But at the Container Store, the Container Store announced it will accept the coupons for a discount there. So Wednesday was the final day to use Bed Bath & Beyond's 20% coupons as its stores begin to close. But the Container Store says, hey, bring them on over here, bring them in, and we'll give you a 20% discount off any single item through May 31st. There you go. The offer is for in-store purchases only. DC's fastest hero, The Flash, is running into theaters right now with his own movie, and he's bringing a few friends along with him, including the Cape Crusader.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
The newest trailer for The Flash shows more of Michael Keaton back in his old role as Batman. His Dark Knight is helping out The Flash, played by Ezra Miller, after the speedster travels to an alternate universe. The Flash hits theaters on June 16th. Nearly 1,500 items that once belonged to the late British rock star Freddie Mercury are going up for auction. The sale will include never-before-seen handwritten lyrics to one of Queen's most famous songs, We Are the Champions. Before they go up for auction, the items will be showcased at different galleries around the world, including here in LA. Well, thousands of people are flocking to the hills to check out this year's Super Bloom. And in Corona, not only can you see the beautiful wildflowers, you can actually fly over them. I'm so signing up for this. I want to do this right now. This is Skull Canyon Zip Lines. They offer a chance to walk on private trails, and then you soar on zip lines that go over the super blooms. Look at that, how beautiful. There are several zip lines that rise up to about 300 feet above the ground, giving people a very unique view of the flowers. So the experience costs anywhere from $90 to $160, depending on the length of the ride. I'll do the shortest one, but the canyon and the zip lines are only open to people with reservations. And right now, demand is high. That's going to include me. I got to find some folks to go with me. I'm definitely doing that. So, all right, check this out. This video sent to us by some viewers who spotted a bear in their backyard in La Cañada, Flint Ridge Wednesday. Look at the dog. The dog's going nuts. And he even got the family's dog very excited. So the bear appeared to be quite entertained by a low-hanging tree branch. And you can see the bear sort of tugging it, falling over. At one point, it even appears that the bear was trying to swing back and forth. I think it's really cute. The bear is just out there having a good old time by itself. One teenager is still in high school, but he's already raked in a lot of money in college scholarships. So much so, he's broken the world record. 16-year-old Dennis Barnes has earned more than $9 million in scholarship money throughout the college application process. He's been accepted to 170 schools already. None of the $9 million came from third-party scholarships. All offers came directly from the schools.
I'm elated at the moment, and it's something that I would have never thought that I would have accomplished. I do want to major in computer science, and I would like to continue into law.
Wow, this is so awesome. So Dennis has a 4.98 grade point average. He's bilingual in Spanish. He also does track and basketball as extracurriculars, on top of being executive president of the National Honor Society. I mean, my goodness, what can he do? Very impressive, young man. You have a bright, bright future ahead of you. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.